Shaun opened the fridge, ignoring the bloody handprint on it. What a focused guy. He didn't see the shopkeeper, so he just tossed the money on the counter and left. On his way home, he almost ran into a zombie, but thought it was just a homeless person. Kinda disrespectful to the zombie, really. Shaun's pretty oblivious, but his roommate, Ed, is even more of a character. He told Shaun there was a cute girl in their backyard, so the two single dogs went out to chat her up.
Excuse me?
When she didn't respond, Ed picked up a rock and threw it at her. The girl turned around, and her wonderful face left them both stunned. She was ready to attack, but Shaun thought she was drunk.
She's so drunk.
They didn't take her seriously until she tackled Shaun. Ed rushed inside, but instead of grabbing a weapon, he came back with a camera.
And hold it there.
Shaun never had a woman be this forward with him before, so he yelled at Ed to get her off. But as soon as Shaun stood up, the girl lunged at him again. Shaun quickly said he was not looking for a relationship and pushed her away, but ended up killing her. Just when they thought they'd committed murder and didn't know what to do, the girl slowly stood up and tried to attack them again. That's when they knew this girl wasn't here to find a lover, but a prey. They started to freak out and ran inside to call for help, but couldn't get through to anyone. Then the TV interrupted with an emergency news saying a zombie virus was spreading through the city and everyone needed to stay inside with their doors locked. Clearly, these two never locked their doors, because a zombie managed to break in. They freaked out and started throwing everything at it, but none of the stuff on the table was working, until Ed grabbed an ashtray and accidentally took it out. The news then mentioned that only a headshot would kill a zombie. The two exchanged glances and decided to test it out on the two zombies in the backyard. But instead of weapons, they used a bunch of random junk, which was more like giving the zombies a massage. Once they ran out of stuff to throw, Ed grabbed a vinyl record and threw it, which actually seemed to work pretty well. So, they brought out a box of records, but after missing a few throws, they decided to go with a more straightforward weapon. Back inside, the TV warned that anyone bitten would turn into a zombie. That's when they remembered their other roommate. Sure enough, he had already turned. Shaun locked him in a room and then got a call from his mom. He thought she had been bitten, but it turned out it was his stepdad. Fearing for his mom's safety, Shaun came up with a plan: take out the stepdad, rescue his mom, pick up his ex-girlfriend, and then head to the pub. With the plan set, they gathered their courage and burst out the door, only to be hit in the face with a basketball, a zombie kid. They turned around and saw a horde of zombies closing in. No time to hesitate, so they quickly got in the car and sped off. The streets were chaotic, with the dead struggling on the stretcher. They arrived quickly, but Ed refused to go inside.
Why don't I stay here?
So Shaun had to go in alone. Luckily, his mom was okay. Shaun was eager to get rid of his stepdad, Philip.
I'm so sorry, Philip.
Why? What have you done now?
No.
But he was still conscious, which threw off Shaun's whole plan. For his mom's sake, he reluctantly brought Philip along. But a group of zombies attacked, biting Philip again. Shaun rushed to save him, and after killing them, they sped away. According to the plan, Shaun headed to find his ex-girlfriend, Liz, but she had two roommates, Diane and David, which messed up the plan again. Shaun ended up taking everyone as they fought their way to the final destination, the pub. Crammed in the car, they bickered about why they were even going to the pub, completely missing the fact that Philip was about to turn. Just before he lost consciousness, he opened up to Shaun, saying he always wanted to be a good father but just wasn't good at showing it. Shaun was hit with all kinds of emotions, but by then, Philip had already died.
Mummy's dead.
No, he isn't.
Realizing this, they all jumped out of the car and locked him inside, but zombies were everywhere outside. Thankfully, they're pretty slow. They had to take the back roads. Now, they just needed to get over the wall to reach the pub. But suddenly, Shaun noticed his mom was missing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes.
There's 6 of us.
Oh.
Then he heard his mother scream from the other side of the wall. Shaun quickly jumped over the wall and found his mom lying on the ground. He rushed to help her up, but just then, the wall collapsed, and a zombie attacked Shaun. Liz grabbed a bench to help fight with them, so Shaun could get away from the zombies. And then Diane threw a metal pipe. Shaun caught it, and under the girl's guidance, he pinned the zombie to a tree. After that, Shaun climbed a ladder to check out the situation outside the pub, and what he saw was a sea of zombies. Getting there safely seemed impossible. Just when they were having a headache about it, the zombie on the tree started moving, and Shaun came up with a brilliant idea, pretending to be one of them. The next thing you know, the group was mixed in with new zombies. Despite their terrible acting, not a single zombie noticed. Just like this, they finally made it to the pub and got to the front door, but no one inside was opening it. They had to shout and knock on the door frantically, which attracted a zombie nearby. In this tense moment, Ed's phone suddenly rang, and while others were scared like hell, he went to find a seat and actually answered it, like he was at home. Shaun was more than furious. He rushed over and slapped the phone away, yelling at him. This, of course, got the attention of all the zombies. In a panic, David broke a window for climbing inside, but that would just let the zombies in. With no other choice, Shaun stooped up and started shouting from a higher spot to lure the zombies away, giving the others a chance to get into the pub. They waited a long time, but Shaun didn't return. David suggested barricading all the doors and windows, clearly trying to take over as the leader, but everyone else insisted on waiting for Shaun. An argument broke out, and just they were about to get into a bigger fight, Shaun showed up, having sneaked in through the back door. They spent the rest of the day drinking and chatting until night fell. Suddenly, the streetlights came on, and Shaun said he wanted to watch some TV. He went to the storeroom to turn on the power, but accidentally lit up the back door, attracting the zombies again. Just as he was about to warn everyone, Ed started playing a video game. They rushed to stop him, but it was too late. The noise had already drawn the zombies to the pub. One zombie suddenly appeared inside, and then, out of nowhere, the speaker turned on. Now they were all dead meat to the zombies. It was chaos. Shaun told David to turn off the power while they fought the zombies, but David was useless. He didn't know what to do and made so much noise that the zombies were all attracted to the back door. With the windows about to give in, everyone prepared to fight their way out, but then Shaun's mom started acting strange. It turned out she had been bitten outside. David immediately wanted to take care of the situation, but Shaun refused and even threatened David with a bottle. No one noticed that his mom had turned into a zombie, and Shaun had no other choice but to take her out himself. While everyone was devastated because of what just happened, David had the nerve to make a snide comment. Shaun responded by punching him in the face, which broke David down completely. He moved closer to the window, saying he needed to leave by himself instead of staying, and in the next second, zombies broke through, dragging him out. No one could save him in time. Thinking of the death of her boyfriend, Diane opened the door and fought the zombies with David's leg, but she was quickly overwhelmed. The zombies flooded into the pub, and Ed was accidentally bitten. Liz and Shaun jumped behind the bar, followed by Ed. Then Shaun poured alcohol over the bar and set it on fire, temporarily holding off the zombies. Thankfully, Ed was a regular customer here and knew about a secret room under the pub that led outside. But when they were about to reach the elevator, Ed decided to stay behind to buy them some time. Seeing the zombies almost breaking inside, with no other choice, Shaun and Liz had to leave him behind and go upstairs. But once they got outside, they found themselves surrounded by zombies. Just as they were about to make a last stand, a truck suddenly sped in. It was the military rescue team. The zombies were quickly wiped out under the overwhelming firepower, and Shaun and Liz were saved. 2 months later, the zombies was mostly under control. The surviving zombies were put to good use, helping with simple tasks and even appearing on TV for entertainment. And Ed, as a new zombie, was brought home by Shaun, and the two of them lived happily ever after.